Alright guys, what's up? This is Eddie and welcome back to the channel. Today, I just wanted to show you guys real quick how you can use Hammoq VA service, virtual assistant service, to do listings for you. Alright. Now I know there's another one and I want to say it's called what is it, Salehound, right? I've never used that, so I can't speak to it. I know it costs a little bit more. With Hammoq, it's about $1.45 per listing. And I want to say 45 cents to cross list and like maybe 10 cents to delist. I only use them to do my listings. I don't use them to cross list. I just use I just recently started using List Perfectly, which I'm liking. But anyway, so just want to show you. So what I will do is, which helps me is, like, of course I'll start with items that are at a certain price point because I don't want them listing things for me that are, cheap. Seeing how that $1.45 is coming out of my cause. So you'll start off with, I think it's $100. When I first started with them, I had to put in $250, but I think it's $100. They might have lowered that now, which they should have anyway. But it's $100. So right now my balance says $119.55. Okay. And then so they'll create your account and everything. You'll have the app, and I'll say this. It's not perfect every time, but it gets the job done and it does what I need to do. And they are very good with their customer service and getting back with you. At least they have been for me. There's a guy that I guess he's my VA, communicates with me through the WhatsApp. So like I don't have an issue with any of that. But I want to take you guys through the process of me giving them a few items to draft, and then I'll let you see, because I'm gonna do these tonight, and then I expect that by the morning. Every once in a while they might be doing something and it won't be done in the morning, but usually about in the morning it's done, and then I'll let you see what they look like when they're finished. Like I said, sometimes I gotta go through, fix some things, whatever, but I mean it still saves me more time than building a listing from scratch. So let's get started. So look, these are drafts that they already had done for me. So this is inside the app, right? I got my balance, basic listing. There's messages, templates. You can create templates and everything. Let me close that. So these are listings that they already drafted for me. I already had these. These are up. I have actually sold a few of these things already. All right. So now I already took pictures of my items. Now, the way I used to do it with them was I would put some of the item specifics and everything on a whitey board. But with this app, you don't have to do that. So I'm just going to go here. I am going to go to basic listing. And here's what comes up. So they definitely got some more work to do with the app. I think they're definitely working on that. But I mean, it gets the job done. You can also do this from a desktop, but it's faster with the phone. Okay. Don't worry about these fields: default, brand, model, front, side. Like, don't worry about none of that. I just upload the photos that I want them to have, or that I think they need. And when they put them on my eBay listing, I rearrange them and do whatever I want to do. So I don't worry about all that. I just put the images in there and rearrange them how I want. All right. You can either do them one at a time in these little boxes, or there's a browse button right here where you can bulk upload images. If you have a template, you'll use that template button, which I don't. And then if you're doing clothes, it's really good for clothes, okay? Because you see there's a quantity, selling this right here. See, that's the thing what I mean, where they need to do a little bit more better work. Let me see if I turn it sideways. All right, so if it's sideways, then it comes up better. So quantity, selling price, cost of goods, and then they got all these other fields for clothes. And then at the bottom, it's a note. And then they ask you where you listing at. I'm only using them to list on eBay for me. And from eBay, I usually take all my items into List Perfectly. And from List Perfectly, I list them everywhere else. And I got a reason that I do that. I know it seems like an extra step, but there's a reason I do it that way. But anyway, all right, so let's start with my first item. So I'm going to click the browse button so I can bulk upload these images. And this is 2 pillowcase covers that I got from Walmart clearance. Paid $3 each for them. I should be able to make a good amount, about almost close to $30 on both of these, because since there's only one in the pack and I got 2 of them. So I selected all of those, click on done. And it's going to populate the field. Now this is going to have pretty much all the information that they need to build the listing. I got the images in there. and I got the image of the brand. I got an image of the UPC that they can use. And so what I'll do is, let's keep it sideways. From here, I don't really need to put, so look, I'll select this. You can select condition, don't really matter. It's either new or used or whatever. So I'm gonna just do new with tags, put my SKU number in, which is going to be 20. Brand, I'm just going to put C images. And you can see I put that before since it popped up. Don't need a model number. Quantity, I'm going to put 1 because this is going to be a lot of 2. Selling price, I'm going to put nothing because I'm going to tell them to do mid-range and cost of goods. I don't worry about all that. So they also do accounting for people too, right? I don't use none of that. I just need them to do dress for me. So I don't worry about none of that. Unisex, men, girls, boys, that doesn't matter to me. Waist rise, I'm not doing clothes right now, so that doesn't matter. So right here where it says notes for VA, right? Let me turn this back around. Where it says notes for VA, here's what I'm going to put. So I put in here, I put the note, the price mid-range, I'll do the shipping, list as a lot of 2. So usually all I need for them to do, man, is basically the hard work, you know, the research, the pricing. And sometimes I leave the price where they put it. Sometimes I don't. It just depends. Because I do double check sometimes because I haven't always liked the price that they put. I've either gone up or down. And I honestly haven't always liked the titles that they use. But when I get to that part, I'll show you what I mean. And you know, sometimes I stick with it, sometimes I don't. But whatever I have to do is way faster than it would be if I had to do all this from the get-go. So I got that. So here's what all I had to do, man. All I had to do was upload these images, put in that it was new, put in my SKU number, and then down here in the notes, put price mid-range. I'll do shipping, list as a lot of 2. And if there's any questions, the VA will message me through the WhatsApp. It already says list on eBay. I'll submit it. All right, that took a little longer than it usually does, but anyway, that is submitted. And as you can see at the top, now my balance says 118.10. So it automatically deducted from my balance. Now it's going to the VA. So now we're going to do the next item. Going to browse. And this is another item I got for Walmart clearance. These was on sale at clearance for $5. One of them are selling on eBay for $20 or more. So I'm gonna probably list these on eBay and cross post to Mercari and Facebook Marketplace, and I should be able to make a nice little profit off of those. So let's upload those. It's enough information just in these images, guys, for them to build the listing. New with tags, SKU. I'm gonna select A12. I don't need to put the brand because it's in the picture. Quantity, I'm going to put 2. And then instead of putting the selling cost, I'm just going to leave a note. Price upper range. Price upper range. I'll do shipping. Price upper range. I'll do shipping. And I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not selling these as a lot of 2. So that's it. And they'll fill in everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and submit that. And like I said, if you want, you can have them do your shipping. It really wouldn't be that difficult. It's just sometimes, you know, sometimes I change it. Sometimes I don't. I don't know. It just depends. Like I like to figure it out when I kind of get to the listing anyway. I already know I'm going to charge for the shipping on these. I might not. Honestly, I don't know. I might not, but we'll see. All right, boom, done. That's submitted. All right, let's do the next item. This is going to be this hair gel, whatever this is, some type of cream, man. I got this in the H&B box from liquidation.com. Can you believe I think this is selling for like $30 or $40? Now it's not in the box, but man, I still should be able to sell this for about $20-$30. And it only costing me less than $5. So anyway, It's 3 images. That should be enough for them to build the image or the listing. I am going to put, I'm going to leave it on new with tags, and I'll leave a note. For SKU, we are going with 43. They can see a brand quantity, only got 1. And once they work with you for a little while, they kind of get a feel for what you like. But all right, so I'm gonna put an item does not have box or packaging. Panhandle. Item does not have packaging. New and unused. Price mid-range. Diane. I swear. Alright, item doesn't have the package. New and unused. Price mid-range. Boom. Done. Submit. Alright. I think I got one more thing I wanted them to do today. Or tonight, I guess. Yeah, one more thing. This ink. I got this ink. Hold up. I selected the wrong thing. I got this ink from the Goodwill. One of the only things I found. But the ink is Kodak. I've sold this ink before. I found it at Walmart clearance before. But the ink was on selling at Goodwill for $1.99 each. And I should be able to sell both of these together as a lot. Even though one of them, the box is open, but the ink isn't. I should be able to get about 25, 30 bucks for them. So, all right, got those up. New. Gonna put SKU number. SKU number 38. Quantity 1. And then down here in notes, we're gonna put selling as a lot of 2. 2. One box is open, but ink is sealed. Price mid-range. So selling is a lot of 2. One box is open, ink is sealed, price mid-range. Free first class. All right. So selling is a lot of 2. One box is open, but ink is sealed. Price mid-range. Free first class ship and free returns. Submit. Boom. Done. So that was what? 4, right? All right. So that was 4. Takes my balance down to 113.75. And let's go ahead and back up out of here real quick. And so when I go back, it shows you. So the inventory button is for if I was having them, keep track of that stuff, but I'm not. So it shows you, let me sideways the phone. So it shows you the photos and it shows you my submissions because you got inventory, drafts, which is drafts they done and submitted. So I got 4 submitted and it shows you title, SKU, price, status, eBay, and I can edit and list it. I can duplicate. It can be deleted. It shows message, notes, date. And so that's where that would show up at right there, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this go. And in the morning when I wake up, these should be done at some point in the morning. I will, once I get on the computer, and look at them and go over them, I will let you guys see what they came out as, what they did, just off that little bit of information, what they was able to come up with. And then we'll see if I have to make any changes, and if so, what type of changes. And I want to time and see how long it takes me to actually go through those 4 listings, because I got a pretty good idea how long it might take me to list them from scratch. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so I'll see y'all in the morning.
The next day.
Okay, guys, we are back. So this is the next day. I'm actually not making this video in the morning, this particular video, but these were done in the morning. So I put the I uploaded the images for the items last night, and then when I woke up this morning, these drafts were completed, and I received a text message through the WhatsApp that these were ready for my review. So let's go ahead and go through some of these real quick and see. Just looking at the drafts right here, I can see that they put my SKU numbers in there, and I can see some of the prices that they put, which, just looking offhand, probably is going to be about right. I might lower the Rubbermaids. I might just keep them there and then do a sale. So just looking at these prices, these are pretty much the prices I was thinking about. So, and if you look at the part where I uploaded the images, I didn't even put a price in there. So let's go ahead and start with the draft of the pillowcase. All right, so here's what they put. So they put Better Homes and going. So here's what I do. Once I open the draft, I go ahead and I double check their titles to see if I like it. Because honestly, sometimes I don't like the results that come up with their titles. So all right. So here's what we got. We have, okay. So this is what come up. You got 3 things coming up. That pretty much have the same title. Let's see what the solds look like, if there is any. All right, so set of 2s are selling for that $19, $22, $23 range. All right, so that's fine there. All right, so $19.95 for a set of 2. So we go back to the draft. They put my SKU number in. They didn't do my store category, but if I'm not mistaken, I didn't tell them which store category to use. That's something that I could have put in there, and honestly, I wasn't thinking about it. So I'll just go ahead and add that myself in my store category. They put the UPC in there. They put new with tags. All right, I'm just going to rearrange my images real quick because they didn't do that. But that doesn't bother me. That really doesn't bother me at all. All right. That's something that's just simple and easy. So they put the size 26 by 26. All right, so they put the size 26 by 26, the pillow type, the brand, and it's asking me, do I want to update with these? So color, quoted, let's update those. All right, and then here's all the other item specifics that they filled out, guys. They put machine washable material. They filled out all of this right here. Custom bundle, lot of 2. If you remember, that's what I told them. They put the model number, they put the shape, material. So like whatever images you upload, whatever information is on them, they usually put that info when they build a listing. And then this is the description that they build into the listing right here. Now, of course, if you want to add anything or you want to take anything out, you can do that as well. But this is what they put right here. And then down here in the price, they put the price in there, $21.99, which is where I'm going to leave it. And then they didn't do the shipping policies because, of course, I said that I would do it myself. So I am going to do it let me see something. Nobody is doing free shipping. And even on the solds, which I wouldn't free ship for $19.99 for these anyway, because these are definitely going to have to be sent. Well, these ain't gonna fit in they might squeeze into a region A box if I smush them down. I might be able to, but I ain't getting these in no flat rate envelope, that's for daggone sure. But I am going to be putting these calculated, and I gotta delete some of these policies. Some of these I still got a listing or 2 attached to it, which is the only reason why when I first did this, I just didn't understand it, so I kind of put way too many policies. But there's only a few that I use, like 4 main ones or something. But this is going to be a calculated U.S. priority, UPS ground 1 day, because I do 1 day shipping on most. And I am going to do free returns. I don't think that any of them were doing well. Yeah, one of them was doing free shipping, free returns on that sold. And free returns, I've been doing that for about a month or two now. I have not seen an increase in return requests just because I do free returns, guys. Just so you know. For those who might be scared to do free returns or for whatever reason, I have not seen an increase in free returns at all. Alright, so we put that, then we're going to put in our weight. So that's going to be the dimensions. I'm going to just do a 1%er on here for now. And it's only one item, so I don't have to do that. Let me check the quantity again. Alright, so there it is, guys. So that's the first draft that they built. Like, for me, that's just fine, man. That's just fine. Better Homes and Gardens, turquoise, ultra soft, quilted velvet, pillow sham. So, I mean, I'm cool with that title for now. We'll keep that. They filled in all the item specifics that was necessary. They put the price in there, which I didn't even have to give them a price. And as you can see, it came out to be right in the middle road, you know, right in the middle road, which is a fair price. And I think it should sell at that price. And I'll be able to take all this info and I'll probably transfer this into List Perfectly, and then I'll use it to cross post. I put my shipping stuff in, I got that, and then boom, I'm done. I can just list the item from there, guys. So you see how easy that is? So all I did, it only took me a few minutes to put up all those images last night. It took me a couple minutes just to go through that, and I'm talking and going through stuff. So, you know, I could have did this a lot faster. Now I'm gonna complete another draft. Let's see what's on the next draft. Alright, next draft are the Rubbermaids, which when I did the comp check on these, I think that price is kind of high. They were selling probably about close to $10 cheaper than that, but let's just double check the list, the description, title. Alright, so it's kind of close. It's kind of close. I guess it just depends on if the person is doing free shipping or not. Let's look at the solds. We got a 22, which was an auction. 25, which was free ship. A little bit different than mine. They're different color anyway. Same thing, different color. 27 free ship. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not going to do free shipping, so what we're going to do is, so they got my SKU number in there that I asked them to put. Of course, I didn't tell them what the store category was, so I'll just put that in there real quick. It's new. I just got to rearrange my images. And I could do the white background and all that on these types of things, but I don't think that really stops people from buying. For something like this anyway, you know. If it was clothes or something, that might be different, but for a hard good like this, I don't think that if anything, I think people would rather see a real picture, you know, as opposed to you know, something that maybe looks stock photo-ish, I guess. I'll do that. Alright, that's cool. Let's see what they got down here. So they put the item specifics in, plastic, there's 38, type. They put some features in there. They put set includes lids, they put the color. So you see they filled in all these item specifics. These are things that I wouldn't have to do. And here's where they built the listing up at. This is all the info that they put in for the description. And it's new. I don't know why they put new with tags, but I'm gonna just put new. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. But man, so $29.99, guys. I am going to, what I'm going to do is, I think what I am going to do, and just so I can have room to run sales and all of that good stuff, I am going to put this down to $19.99, calculated shipping, and then if I need to run a sale or whatever, I can do that. Alright, $19.99. There's two. They put the quantity. Alright, I'm going to use my 1-day priority or UPS. Alright, so our size is 13 by 8 by 8, and it's going to be 2 to 3 pounds. And this is because, number one, this is not fitting in anything that's flat rate. So if it's not flat rate, and I am going to do free returns, because at the end of the day, if somebody want to get a return, they're going to get a return. Even if they got to lie and say the item's not as described, they're going to get a return. There's really no point in me. And plus, it'll probably keep me, if anything is wrong, it'll help me with the feedback thing. But either way, like I said, I've been doing free returns for a few months, have not seen any increase in returns. I got 2 returns pending right now. They haven't even shipped the items, and I seriously doubt they send them back. They're small items. I don't even know why they put in for the returns in the first place. Probably not going to ship them back. But I've been doing free returns on larger items as well. Haven't seen an increase in returns on those things. So yeah, we'll do the calculated shipping. We got the dimensions. We have, it's 2 to 3 pounds. We'll just do our customary 1% for now. And yeah, all right, there is 2 of them. So if somebody does want to buy both, we'll give them 10% off each. How about that? All right, everything looks good. You see how quickly I can go through that. So these guys did that. And remember, this is only $1.45 per listing. And you see how much time this saved me? Because in the meantime, what I was doing, I uploaded those pictures last night. And so I was able to work on other stuff. I got other listings that I was doing myself, things that, you know, either maybe doesn't sell for as much, or just other stuff that I wanted to list myself. So I list that stuff, and while I upload whatever images, sometimes it's only 4 or 5, sometimes it's for like 10, 15, or 20 items. It just depends, you know. I'll upload that to them while they work on those throughout the night. I get to work on other stuff, and then I wake up in the morning, I got all my drafts ready to go. So let's go on to the next one. So far so good. I ain't really have to change too much on none of these. So let's try to this cream surprised me, man. This cream, I really thought it wasn't going to be anything at all, and it ended up being worth a few dollars. I think I got this from a liquidation.com box. Let's check the title real quick. Alright, so yep, it brings it up. Now see, the only thing I'm a little upset about, not upset, but I'm just bummed out that it didn't have the box, because you know that kind of takes away from the price. But these things, these are solds, guys. So this is the cream right here. Look at that, $34.99, man. And the other products in this, I guess, brand, they look, all those sell for pretty good amount of money. So, but if I had the box to this, man, I'd be looking at a good $30. And I got this in liquidation.com box, in which I probably only paid about $5 for it. I mean, that was my average cost of goods across the board on all the items. But so I don't know what I'm going to do is, all right, here's one right here. This person's charging new without box. They still charging $35, and they got 2 watchers on it. It's trending at $39. So you know what? Let's see. All right, yeah, that's $60. That might be a little too much. That's a little bit of a stretch. All right, so we'll go health and beauty on this one for the store category. New without box. And we'll just type this in. Alright. Rearrange the images real quick. Alright. Next, let's look at their item descriptions or item specifics. Yep, they're filling all that. Regular size, they body area. They didn't do ingredients, which is okay. I wouldn't do ingredients either. Product line, I don't think that's important. So they got the important stuff in the item specifics. And here's the description where they built that up. And for the price they put, $39.99, you know what? I am going to leave it there. I actually thought that was too much at first, but I'm going to leave it there. And if somebody want to make me an offer, I'll just do an offer or I'll run a sale. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to make an offer. They're not going to probably pay $39.99 for it, especially without the box. But they might. You never know. They might. And if they do, I'll be real happy. But if they don't, I'm still at a good starting point, so that I can either take a good offer or I can run a good sale and still make a nice profit off of that, you know? So I wish I had more of those. Alright, of course, since that's really small, we just gonna do that. First class, free shipping, free returns. I mean, that's just a no-brainer right there, right? You know, you ain't gonna do nothing else on that one. I don't know how much it weighs, but we just gonna guesstimate 10 ounces for now. And we're gonna give ourselves our customary 1%, call it a day, and boom, ready to go. That was easy. I'm really happy with the way these 4 went so far, man. Sometimes, you know what? I think the thing where I see the most mistakes at usually with them is clothes, because of sizes and stuff, and maybe shoes. Anything that where there's size, I really haven't seen like mistakes with hard goods. It's mostly stuff with sizes, and what they usually will do is, it seems like they'll sometimes mix up an item, like a pair of clothes or another, or if there's similar items, they'll kind of mix up the sizes. So you gotta kind of watch, or they might mix up the colors. So I mean, it's usually nothing bad. It's usually, and it might be only 1 or 2 of them. It's nothing that like I usually. I guess I can, you know, bitch about it, but I don't, because it's not that frequently, and it's like if I give them 15 or 20 of them, I mean, that's to be expected almost. I mean, it still saves me a gang load of time, you know. All right, and so for these, we got going $8.55 for one. I don't know. I don't like that description, guys. I don't like what that description brings up. So what I'm going to do is I might change that. Let me see something real quick. Alright, this is what we're going to do. So I scanned the barcode. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy one of these. See, you see how many of these come up now? This is much better. So what I am going to do is, well, one of them ain't sealed in the box. Alright, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a little bit of this one, and I'm going to just put that in mines real quick. 10XL black printer ink cartridge. Out of 2. So then what I am going to do, even though I ain't really changed much, I'm going to take that, copy it, then I'm just going to put my title back into the search bar just to double check it and see what come up when my title's. Alright. And of course it's going to be a little mix because I ain't doing the UPC, which would only bring up everything that's associated with that UPC. And then let me see what the souls might say. So one's sold for $11.80. A lot of 2 sold for $20.49. A lot of 4 sold for $36. Alright, so remember I paid $1.99 each for these at the Goodwill, so that's a total of $4 for my cost of goods. Alright, they didn't do my store category because I didn't put one in there when I uploaded it, which I totally forgot, so that was my fault. So ink cartridges and toners for store category. I am going to do the UPC. They didn't put that, but I'm going to put my UPC on there. Alright. And we are going to go from new to open box because one of the boxes are open. And then I'm going to just type this. And see, I could have had them do this. I wasn't thinking about it just because I was making that quick video for you guys, that part of the video anyway. But these are things that I usually would just put in that little box where you leave them notes. But put in. Alright, and we'll do that way just to keep somebody from. Then we'll take it from there too and run it down here real quick. and change that new with tags thing, and just put there. Not that anybody would read this, because I tell you, man, a lot of times on eBay, people don't read these descriptions. But it's in 2 different places, and it's labeled as open box and not new. So that's just to cover my behind. All right, so the item specifics that they filled out, they put everything in there. They did not put the model number, which I am going to put that, which I think this is it. Let me just throw that in there. All right, color black. They put it as the MPN. All right, in that case, we'll just do this. Take that out. They made it a custom bundle, lot of 2, and then of course they build up the listing. We'll just take that. All right. And for price, they put $16.99. So I don't think I'm going to stay with that. Like I said, I have sold these before, which if I was thinking, I would have used the listing that I already had, and just replenish the quantity. But I was trying to show you guys how to use Hammock and everything like that. So what I am going to list this at is, we'll start at $23.95, and then I'll just take an offer or run and sell. Somebody's gonna make an offer. I'll probably end up selling them for like $19.99, somewhere around there. So bottom for 4 altogether, $19.99. Be easy to ship, so I should make a good amount of profit off that. Let me see. I'm gonna look at my profit calculator real quick. So just so you guys know, if you want to use a good calculator, if you don't know what it is, there's a calculator called eProfit. It's an app. You just look in the app store. It's called eProfit Calculator, and it'll help you calculate your profit on eBay. And there's even a little box on there. So if you want to manage payments, you can calculate your profit using managed payments. So if I put in $19.99 in there, cost of my item is $4. Let's just say cost of shipping is pretty light, so we'll go $3.50. And let's just say, assume that I sell it as a promoted listing. There's a place in there, guys, where you can put it as a promoted listing as well, and you can put the percentage in there. We'll say I assume I sell it on my 1%, and I do have an eBay store, and I'm top rated seller. So if it sells for $19.99, I should make $9.77 with shipping and everything, and included in that, price, the promoted listing and everything. If I don't sell it as a promoted listing, then I make closer to $10. It's still about $10. So $10 off of those, and I was only in the Goodwill for about 10 minutes or so. So that ain't that bad. I'll take it. All right. And who knows? Maybe somebody will pay me the $23. All right. So free shipping, free returns. We'll just throw this in at 4 ounces. Alright, I really do feel like alright, so here's what I was really trying to see. I went back to look at the UPC code and look at the solds on the UPC code and see what came up. So this lot of 2, and if you see that box is pretty beat up too. 2-pack, new, 10XL. They sold that for $27.50 in December. So they did, that was today actually. Today's December 4th. So somebody sold this open box one for $27.50 today, lot of 2. Somebody sold this one for $20 on the 1st. You know what? Somebody sold this lot of 2, which looks pretty good, for $29. So yeah, I'm gonna up my price. Because they both still new. I'm gonna go to $29.99, and that's gonna give me a lot of room. So I'm expecting to make over $10 on this. Yeah, I'm up my price on that. Everything else look good. Go ahead and send that live. So that's it, man. That is 4 listings that I had drafted by Hammock, and all I did, if you look at the previous video, or not the previous video, but if you looked at the first half, all I did was take some pictures. I uploaded those pictures. I made sure that they got, you know, the information that they needed from the image. And I just left a few notes. And like some of the stuff that I did have to fix or add or whatever, I could have just added, you know, some more notes in there. And you can put that in there as much as you want, as be as detailed. Look, for me, all I want them to do is build the listing draft, like, for me, for the most part. I don't mind going in, fixing a couple things, double checking the titles, maybe tweaking that a little bit. I don't mind, you know, doing the shipping myself. But if you want to, you can do your shipping in there. You can have them do your shipping and return policies, all of that stuff. And it's only $1.45. Like I said, I don't get paid for this. I don't get anything from Hammock. I'm just reviewing them because I use them. At first, I kind of didn't like it, but the more I used it, honestly, the more I work with them, I feel like the better they've gotten. And I don't know if it's just because the better the person they've been working with me got, but I'm pretty sure that they use different people anyway. But it's a good service. It allows me to get way more listings up than I would be able to do by myself. Like I said, they did those for last night while I was doing other stuff and sleeping. Most of the time though, I'm doing like 10, 15, 20 of them. I'm sending to them to draft for me. So to be able to have them to do that for me within a day or two, because if it's like 20 or more, it might take 2 days. To have them do that while I'm still able to work on other things, drafting, listing, you know, just going through my store, it's good. So like, if you want your store to grow, you might want to consider something like that. And you don't have to use Hammock. You can use somebody else. I just wanted to put this out there because it's a good tool and it's a good way to you know, grow your eBay business. So look, if you found this video informative, why don't you do me a favor and hit that like button at the bottom, subscribe, because there will be more videos like this forthcoming. And if you got any questions, any suggestions, why don't you go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I definitely will make sure I answer. I appreciate you. My name is Eddie, and I'll see you again soon.